Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. My name is AES and welcome to my YouTube channel. When I talk with fellow gamers about their childhood video games, many of them often list the Ratchet and Clank franchise. Since it is a series that has been mainly on the PlayStation consoles, I have not personally experienced it until 2016's remake of the first Ratchet and Clank game, which was great in its own right. It was led by the charismatic duo of Ratchet and Clank, and was accompanied by beautiful visuals, hilarious weapon variety, in a good way, might I add, and several incentives to replay the game with upgrades and collectibles. As the next new entry in the series in almost 8 years, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart has arrived during the first year of the PlayStation 5. There are a couple of small areas where the 2016's title comes on top, but the next attempt to justify a purchase of Sony's next generation console certainly passed the test with flying colors. What are my thoughts on Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart? Time to find out. Without further ado, let's review Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, which was released in 2021 and, for the purpose of transparency, played on the PlayStation 5. Story. I'm not exactly sure where in the franchise's timeline does it take place, but it focuses on another adventure with, you guessed it, Ratchet and Clank. This time they need to stop Dr. Nefarious, who has stolen a weapon called the Dimensionator that is capable of opening different dimensional tears. Along the way they meet another Lombax called Rivet, who is apparently Ratchet's equivalent in her own dimension. Spoilers aside, the narrative is typical of those Disney adventure flicks, but it is also quite touching as it explores the notion of Ratchet being the only one of his kind in his dimension. The pacing is also fantastic, and I took my time to complete every side quest and collect all of the collectibles. It won't win any awards for the best narrative in 2021, but it does its job and it does it well. Visuals and audio design. Undeniably, Rift Apart's greatest strength is its presentation. Ever since the game was announced, it was visually a show stealer. The character models give you the impression that you are watching a Pixar film. Their environments are gorgeous. The animations are spectacular. It is truly a sight to behold and a prime example of what the PlayStation 5 can do graphically. Keep in mind that we are only into the console's first year, so it will only get better from here. As far as the audio design is concerned, it hits all the right notes. The voice performances are as good as you would expect them to be in a Ratchet and Clank game, with a huge shout out to Jennifer Hale, who plays the voice of Rivet. Each character, whether it is a protagonist, an antagonist, or an NPC, is packed with personality, and it is all due to the voices. The music is also fantastic, and the sound effects of the weapons are cool, ranging from the impactful Enforcer all the way to the retro Pixelizer. Insomnia Games has nailed the presentation for their games in the past several years, and Rift Apart is not an exception. Gameplay. If you played any of the previous core Ratchet and Clank games, you will be right at home with Rift Apart. At its base, it is an action platformer where you use Ratchet or Rivet to jump around, run, and shoot bad guys. That is not all, far from it. Due to the inclusion of dimensional packets, the game allows you to use the environmental breakage to your benefit. Both characters have the ability to target certain space pockets and pull it towards you, so you end up wherever the socket was in the first place. In addition, you can use a snail-like creature to roam around some of the open world levels, play as Clank or a spider-like mechanical robot to solve puzzles, and even participate in a series of challenges that takes place in an arena. Those challenges do escalate, depending on whether you're going for bronze, silver, or gold trophies. There are two more gameplay mechanics that I would like to highlight here. First, you are able to gain experience points for your character and your weapons. When you level up the former, you gain additional health. When you level up the latter, you gain extra sections in a grid that you can open in a shop and enhance different parts of your weapons. Those improvements vary from area of effect, maximum ammunition, or homing capabilities, among others. The other aspect revolves around collectibles. They range from light blue crystals that you use to enhance your artillery, currency to buy more tools, and golden bolts that can be used to alter certain parts of the game. A few of the special bolts only impact the photo mode that allows you to pause the title and take pictures, but other golden bolts enable you to change the color of the background, enlarge Ratchet's or Rivet's head, or even gain access to infinite ammunition. All in all, Rift Apart's gameplay is executed very well, and may perhaps encourage you to tackle the title's challenge mode after you beat the base game, which is essentially a New Game Plus feature that maintains all of your upgrades and weapons, but offers more upgrades and an additional weapon. If you're looking for a fun action platformer, this is the game for you. Fun factor: Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart is one heck of a good time. The gameplay, while basic, is very engaging, and the story gives you the impression that you are going hands-on with an animated film. Whether you are a die-hard fan of the franchise or someone who has never touched the franchise in the past, I am very confident that you will find some form of enjoyment out of Ratchet and Clank's latest adventure. Impressions on PlayStation trophies. The process of earning the Platinum trophy is very manageable in Rift Apart, since there are no difficulty-related trophies. Therefore, you can play the game on the easiest setting and eliminate any challenge from completing the game 100%. As far as specific trophies are concerned, you have the traditional story-related tasks, weapon-related objectives, such as perform 10 headshots with the headhunter, and collectible-related missions, such as collect 5 gold bolts. If you start working on the weapon-related trophies early, it is quite possible that you will earn most of the trophies in a single playthrough. You do have to play the first 5 to 10 minutes of the challenge mode to purchase the final weapon, but that is the extent of it. You do not have to complete the challenge mode at all for the Platinum trophy. In a similar way that many PlayStation 4 owners earn the Platinum trophy for Spider-Man due to sheer enjoyment, I can see many PlayStation 5 owners earning the Platinum trophy for Rift Apart because of how much they enjoyed the game. When should you pick it up? This game costs $70. I'm very torn in this section of the review. On one hand, Rift Apart is excellent and a true showcase of what the PlayStation 5 can do in its early years. On the other hand, I was able to earn the Platinum trophy in around 20 hours. If you're a fan of the franchise, there should not be any hesitation with buying the title. If you are not a fan of the series per se, then you may want to wait for a single price drop to perhaps $50 and then give it a try. In terms of quality, it is worth the full price. In terms of quantity, unfortunately, it does not justify the full price in my opinion. You may find more value in the game than I have, but I earned the Platinum trophy after 2.5 days and I do not have an incentive to play it again. In the end, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart is a fantastic exclusive to the lineup of the PlayStation 5 and one which I thoroughly enjoyed. When it comes to the title's presentation, there is no other game out there right now that is more representative of what the next generation consoles can do. When it comes to every other aspect, Rift Apart is spectacular. The complaints are noticeable just enough to snatch away a perfect score, but you'll be hard-pressed to find someone who will not fondly think about the game weeks, months, or years after its launch. Should you spend $70 on it? I can't say, it is a hard sale. Should you give this game a chance at some point? Absolutely, without a doubt. I will give Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart from 2021 a 9.5 out of 10. Well folks, that's the end of the review. Thank you very much for checking out this video. Are you interested in Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart? Have you played it? What do you think about it? Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Till next time, have a great day or evening wherever you are. My name is AES, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.